So like,
Yeah.
did y'all like wake up fucked up today, or was it okay? We all
mate,
like.
I actually woke up the roughest I've been in ages because I don't do hangovers, mate. I just
What?
I just kick goals.
Was it because that we had multiple double IPAs? Is that the problem?
Yeah,
you think?
that's where it ramped things up because I had a couple beers before, I had a couple beers after, but that one really set me off. So
That got you.
I was in the fetal position for most of the morning.
Oh, I like that.
Got myself out of the mud with my beautiful fruit veggie smoothie, and then I just had some of that Harry's charbroiled on the corner of my block there. High-end burger joint, and I had a fish sandwich, and it's just brought me back to life, mate. So I'm good to go.
Relevant.
And some onion rings, absolutely fired. I got one more burger for afterwards, dude. I'm fucking.
Oh, damn, you fat cunt! I love it.
Ramping up, yeah, exactly right. I've been riding that, so I can put it back.
That's awesome. And Dan, were you mashed up too?
I was fine. Ever since you showed me the what's it? You have the same amount of water as the beer you have. Yeah, in between. So
every
I just
beer
done
you have
that,
a glass of water. Yeah. It's game
exactly.
changer.
I was fine. Game changer. So I was literally on the metro home, like fine. Like I would have got home way early as well, but we just stopped at fucking Eglinton for like 10, 15 minutes for no reason. But like, I'm just a bit tired. That's it, because I went to bed mad late and then I woke up like 9. So.
Oh, spewing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, other than that,
y'all are
I'm
good.
alright.
I think it's the stout nights that I'm doing make it like pretty. Like I don't really have too many issues with hangovers unless I go way too hard. But like I'm having like 2 stouts that are 15% type shit, and it's like
you have
to
the
the
water
face.
between those.
Oh yeah, I do. I have water between everything.
Yeah, I know. Just saying that's where I would definitely
it's the
be having waters.
And the best part is if you have the sparkling water because it's like a bit more refreshing and shit. Spicy water, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking
a little bit of lemon.
Well, no, just sparkling. Lemon is nice too. Do you know what? I feel like lemon might fuck with the palate. Or is it a cleanser? Like, would it fuck it up?
I had it yesterday with the sparkling. It was fine.
That is true. It didn't fuck it up. I don't normally do it, but maybe I should try.
Felt
that
fancy, didn't you?
Future. Yeah, a little bit. So, guys, episode 157. We're gonna start it off real quick with a new segment that Dan came up with. Do you want to tell them about it, Dan? And I'll get it started.
Well, it's not really
much to even say.
But, you know.
But just like a way to kick off the episode.
Yeah.
All right. So Dan called it just like bar of the day. So basically one of us picks a bar from a rapper that we should know, and you need to guess the rapper. And I guess bonus points if you guess the song, but I went a little obscure with the song, not with the artist. I think Notion will know this, but Dan, you won't know the song or the bar. I would be very surprised if you did, but you definitely know the artist.
If I don't know it straight away, can I ask questions?
Yes, I think that's fair.
Be able to guess. Okay.
Yes, cool. And I can see because I pulled up the Genius lyrics for this particular song, which I actually know it from a freestyle, but then it was put into a song, and it's got some other bars in it that I could pull out that. It's the same. You know how every rapper sometimes you hear a bar and you're like, oh, that's whoever, because you know the style, even if you don't know the. Yeah, so it's kind of that. And I obviously chose this is a big rapper. It's not like a small rapper. It's just I felt like, I don't know, if I'm going to pick something, why would you go the big single rather than like something more fun, So the bar I have here, and I've been known to have a hoe or two, 'cause my diamond's yellow like a smoker tooth. I told him step into the vocal booth.
Questions. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, let me just guess
before you ask.
away.
Okay, before you ask, Notion, do you know the rapper and or the song?
I need to know.
Yeah. Shh. Don't say the. Okay, Dan. Yes. Keep going.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't know. Jay-Z.
Close.
Nas.
Not so close.
Okay. I need to ask different questions. Okay.
Do you want other bars from the song, or do you want?
I don't think I know the song.
You don't know the song, but I wonder if more bars, more stylistic things. But anyway, ask questions. If you prefer questions, ask. I think that could be it. You could either say, "Give me more bars from this person," or give me like, "I'll let me ask questions." I like that though. I like that approach.
Okay, for us, does Notion, you know it?
He knows the song and the artist.
I can continue the bars too if you want.
Yeah.
Oh fuck no. Okay. Okay. Is he a New Yorker?
No.
He's not a New Yorker.
No.
Okay. So I'm assuming he's a West Coast rapper.
No.
So he's an East Coast rapper. Okay, great.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. It's not. Neither.
So he's South. He's Southern.
No. And I'm not joking. I'm not being the smartass.
Is he American?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, this is more fun. This is more fun than I thought it would be.
Way more fun, yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome now. Keep going questions. These questions are great. These are good questions.
So he's from the United States of America.
Yes.
Okay. Let me think. He's affiliated. Is he affiliated with other rappers? Like,
Not
has he ever
really
been in
anymore.
a group?
No.
No.
And also, I'm going to treat this like the cops. I'm just going to answer questions as opposed to giving more information.
Yeah. That's fine.
You know
That's
fine.
Okay, let me think. Is he in? Like, would people say he's one of the greatest of all time? Or is he ever in those discussions?
Absolutely.
He is.
Less so than others, but he's in there.
Okay. Is it Andre 3000?
No.
Okay. Okay, let me think. So, wait, he hasn't been in a group. Of course, it's not Andre. Okay,
No.
So he's just a solo guy.
Yes.
Never been in a group. He's not North, East, or South Coast. He's okay. When was his last project? Wait, no, actually, no. Let's do yes or no questions. Was his last project within like the last 5 years?
Yes.
It was. What about within the last 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Is it someone I listen to?
Yes.
Would you say I listen to him frequently?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not Drake, is it?
No. I definitely want to give you a clue, but like it'll immediately give it away.
No. It's okay. I don't need a clue. I'm getting there.
I know you're getting
someone I
there.
listen to frequently, but it's not Drake.
No,
is it Kanye West?
Yeah.
Boom. Let's go. So
What song
Kanye's
is it?
from.
What song is it?
It's called "I Need to Know." The one Notion said the name of the fucking song, but it didn't matter. It was.
I didn't know.
It was a freestyle off. I think it was called the "Love You Better" freestyle over LL Cool J song "Love You Better." And what they did was he had these projects called the Freshman Adjustment, where they took. He used to reuse a lot of his lyrics back in the day. This is like 02, 01. and they took those freestyle bars and then he like split them up into verses and put them in to songs.
Yeah.
So just like he did
in UK rap.
Okay, it probably around that time, like the early 2000s. It didn't happen. I never saw many people do it.
There was a lot of when I listened to like Skepta when I was younger. I used to listen to all his freestyles and shit, and then whenever I listened to a song of his, I was like, "Oh, I already know the lyrics to the song."
Right.
Because it was in the freestyle.
Okay, so therefore it was a thing. I don't know many other rappers that do it, but Ye also did that for that Homecoming song. The original song was called Home, and it was way fucking better.
Oh,
but then it was one like long verse. Yeah, and they just put the corny. It was just corny. I get why he did it because it's pop shit, but anyway, yeah. So it was just always like a fun verse that they did. I like from back in the day. So that was good. Well done. What I was going to do was Dan.
Is he not? Is he not an East Coast rapper?
No,
Midwest.
Midwest.
Okay.
Chicago is called the Midwest. I know you're learning about North America still, but yeah.
Okay.
Chicago is like, and Detroit and that is the Midwest. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's closer to the East than the West. So calling it the Midwest is ridiculous, but
sounds cooler, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you could have said North. You didn't ask North. I heard you say it's not North, but you didn't ask North. And even if you had said, I don't know if I would have said yes, because technically that's not right. But it is in the northernmost part of the country.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is fun. So that was a good one. That worked. All right, we can do that every week.
Nice.
And okay, now Dan, you also had a fun beginning question. This is something I swear we were talking about last night. Do you want to run that one?
Yeah, so we always speak about this, always, and I always come across them as well. So it's what song has been overplayed so much you just can't listen to it anymore, even if it's good. I'm talking about an actual, I'm not talking about no corny shit song. I'm talking about like an actual good song. you just can't listen to it anymore because it's too much.
Yeah.
I'll start. I have
Please.
2 Kanye West songs.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, go on.
2 Kanye West songs. Power and All of the Lights.
Interesting.
I can't. It's too much.
It's too
everywhere,
much.
all the time. All the time, everywhere. I can't do that. Those are 2 off the top of my head. I've got a bunch of Drake as well.
we could just take it in turns. I got so fucking many of these songs.
Go,
and you were playing about 10 of them last night when we were at family Easter. And it was fine because I hadn't heard him in a while, and the videos were cool and shit. But like my number one that people get go.
No, half of them I play because them nights that I'm with you is a music education night. Because I have so many questions about certain songs and certain rappers, and I'm like, you know, even if this song is played, I need to ask a question about it.
And I appreciate that, and I think we all enjoy that, and it's cool that there's a genuine curiosity, and that's why you're not a dipshit fucking Gen Z. You actually give a fuck about. We had a big conversation about that actually. About you're like a millennial cusp. You're only like a year or 2 out from a millennial, so you're like the older Gen Z, which means you have a lot more in common with millennials than a Gen Z who maybe was born in 05 or something.
Oh,
which is.
For sure.
It was. I hadn't thought of it like that. I thought that was really interesting. I think your girlfriend Mel pointed that out. I was like, oh, that's dope. And that probably is why me and Nosh are like, I'm the first year of millennials, and I think Nosh is only a couple of years younger, so we're close to their X in some ways, which probably makes us a little more washed, which is fine. But that explains a lot, right? Like you have that crossover. So anyway, I thought that was dope. The one that people get mad at me for, and I think you're right, this is all saying all of these songs are objectively great, and that's why they're played out, is they're so good that everyone's like heard them too many times. Doesn't matter where you go. For me, my number one of all time is Return of the Mac.
Oh my god!
I hate that song so much. If I could turn off any song, it would be that one for sure. And once again, I loved it in 1995. I was dancing to it in the fucking, the goddamn underage clubs and stuff. So that would be my number one. I mean, maybe we give 2 each. And another one that I would say, you know what, since you mentioned Kanye, I don't like saying that, but you have to be real about your favorite artist. Probably All Falls Down. People play All Falls Down so much. And we used to listen to it when it was just a Def Poetry Jam. It was spoken word poetry. So we were listening to it when it was spoken word poetry, and then when he put it to a beat, we're like, oh shit, it had the Lauryn Hill sample, and then it came out, and then it never, you couldn't get away from it to the point. And probably, if I'm going to be extra Kanye, probably Gold Digger as well. Just
I can't. I can't. That song.
It's too much.
Reminds you of a certain time.
Yeah, not in a bad way. It's just like you've like, all right, cool, man. I
everywhere.
What's the word? Like my capacity to listen to that song has expired. It's over. The shit is like, no diss to those songs, but
of course.
Give us a couple, Nish, from you, and then we'll just keep going around a bit because I really like this question.
I keep on finding more in my head. I've got
that's why we'll keep going around. I think we'll go for a bit.
I reckon California Love is one
that
kind of gets overplayed, even though whenever Tupac's verse comes on, then I'm not as mad.
It's pretty fucking perfect.
It's funny. I don't know about that one. So yeah, California Love, and basically anything from Dre's 2001 album, because when the Up in Smoke tour happened and they had the DVD and like whatever, it was just, I don't know. There's certain songs on that album, like, I don't know. I guess next episode, but even though it's so sick still because the beat's dirty.
Still Dre. The beats are
one
of
those timeless. Exactly, the timeless album. It's one of the it was always around. I remember that was being shoved in everyone's fucking throat in Australia at the time it came out, which was vibes because late 90s, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit goes hectic in Melbourne because weather's similar, so it usually bangs more so there. People seem to be on the West Coast tip a bit more, but yeah, those 2 songs, I'll start with them.
Great ones, great choices, Daniel.
Oh my god, I've got like 4 now in my head.
Random, what? Do it.
Okay. 50 Cent PAMP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't stand that song. I like the Snoop Dogg one. The one with Snoop Dogg's pretty fire. I actually like that one.
And the beat is crack, but
the beat is fucking sick. But like, no, I can't. and In the Club 50 Cent as well.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
I definitely would have said that eventually.
Top of the list.
Fucking hell.
Top of the list for every single generation, every year group,
hold that thought, no. Keep. Is it about In the Club, or you got new ideas?
No, another one.
Okay, keep remembering, because we'll run like maybe do 5 each or something. Like fuck, there's so many.
Okay, you know, Kanye West Stronger.
Fair.
Kanye West Stronger.
That got played out.
That song.
Yeah,
got played out so much. I had another one, but you know what? You're right, by the way, about Dre 2001. The next episode and Still DRE. Can't do it.
Those are the ones. Yeah.
Those two songs specifically. Yeah.
Specifically those two. But yeah, go on next.
Okay. Well, I had something and I lost it, but you did play last night. Mary J. Blige, Family Affair.
Yes, oh my god.
Yes, that is.
Once again, Mary's the GOAT, but fucking because it was the only song that people played in clubs.
That anyone knows. Yeah.
If you don't really know Mary, another one, Naughty by Nature, either OPP or Hip Hop Hooray.
Oh yeah, Hip Hop
Once
Hooray
again, Tretch is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Fucking those songs, bro. Like, ugh. And then another one, House of Pain, Jump Around.
That's a good one.
I just want to give a quick bit of context on this. Why, right? So think about it like this. And Dan, you wouldn't have experienced this, fortunately. Being in Australia, when hip-hop wasn't cool, the only place we listened to it was in our cars, at home, at friends' houses, with the few people that we knew who listened to it. So when it came time to go into the clubs, it was super exciting. When I was 18 and started going out, and I went to the clubs and they were all browns. Like, there's no blacks, many blacks in Australia. It was all just fucking browns and a spattering of whites in these clubs that were listening to all this music. And it was so sick to me because I'd never heard it loud in a room full of people. So it was super cool. Then as time went on, what happened was the white people caught on 5 to 10 years late. So wherever you went, they're playing OPP in 2005 like it just came out. And they play and the Crooklyn Clan remix, the Faith Evans Crooklyn Clan song, whatever that was called. You know, with the what's that? I don't know what it's called, but that fucking joint. Like, all of those songs and all of the ones I've mentioned, all the Naughty and House of Pain and Return of the Mac and all that stuff, they played that stuff. You'd go to a bar. We used to go to this one called Q Sports. It was a pool bar. You already know where I'm going with this. And they'd have they'd play music, and it was typically top 40. So at the time when I was 18, Backstreet Boys, fucking Britney, all this the stuff that they play. Then they'd have hip hop, exactly. Then they'd have hip hop hour, and hip hop hour would be all of those songs, even the ones that Nosh mentioned, California Love, all of that stuff. They would play those exact songs almost in the same fucking order. Gangsta's Paradise sometimes as well, which is another one.
Oh yeah, horrible.
And they'd play them in the same order. Every single place you went played the same 20 songs. That was it. Every place you went out, and then people are dancing, going crazy as if they'd heard it for the second time, type shit. And it was that's why this hit such a nerve, because we were enjoying those songs when they came out. Then they kind of had their time for people who were within the culture, and then as it came to the mainstream, they caught on so late. It was awkward and weird. So that was just the quick context as to sort of maybe an additional layer of why it was even more annoying, because at least we got to enjoy them. To be fair, though, that's probably one thing we can say.
That's true.
Yeah. So your turn.
What's Loved, Fat Joe and Ashanti? No thanks.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the R&B room at the club that whatever the fuck, and that was just exactly what you just said. I just did it a couple of years later, and it was the same shit, dude. But the songs were just a little newer. But yeah, What's Loved, Fat Joe and Ashanti? Pretty much anything from Ja Rule that was a pop single.
Basically,
right?
Fair.
Let's be fair. Yeah, he's a funny cunt, because we used to enjoy the Veni Vidi Vici album and all his actual rap, hip hop grimy shit, because he was good when he came out. So, but yeah, when he turned to the pop route, started doing Shanti and all the female collaborations, he just got thrown around every fucking radio station. It was horrible. So that's another one. I can't really think. You've ticked off a couple of mine. You both mentioned. What else? I can't even think now. There's not many that I actually hate. Some will just be like, fuck.
That's a good point.
There's not a lot that I hate at all. But I'll go if you ain't got one. I've got a couple.
Yeah, go.
Drake, One Dance.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Anything Drake.
Oh yeah. Of course. Drake One Dance, and what was the other song I was just thinking of? It's Drake One Dance, and obviously Gangsta's Paradise is one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
big time.
That's way too overplayed. There was another one that I just forgot. Come back to me. It'll come back to me.
I just Googled, and funnily enough, Hip Hop by the Numbers had a post about it. One of the ones that they said, "Lose Yourself," Eminem.
Like, oh my
control.
God, never. Oh, I've
never
got one.
what? Never. Yeah, go.
Nelly, Hot in Here.
Oh my God, yes, great.
Oh yeah, he had a run. As well.
Yeah,
Most
man.
of the Nelly pop songs too.
I've got another one. Another one. Usher, yeah.
I'm looking at that right now.
God.
Yes, fuck that song.
I hate that song so much.
Oh gosh.
That's horrible.
Oh, another one someone said here, and I agree, and this is you played this last night, Juicy from Big. Also, Hypnotized.
Yes.
Hypnotized from Big.
Hypnotized.
Anything to do with Puff, cancelled now. Anything to do with him is fucking
obviously off. We'll get to that because I think we weren't here last week, so we didn't get to change it. This thing here says Empire State of Mind, the Jay-Z Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
I'm not as mad at it because I don't hear it.
I didn't hear it a ton.
Much I used to.
Yeah,
but like it is still annoying.
There's certain songs that came out that I actually seem to duck a lot, because I wasn't really I wasn't like out doing much for a while, so I wasn't at the shopping center. I didn't go to like places where you just get blasted with commercial music. So like there's a few annoying songs that we've mentioned as well that I just don't find that annoying because I didn't get overexposed to it. So I'm super grateful that I dodged a bunch of bullets with some of these songs.
You did.
Another one someone said, you mentioned Puff, like I'll Be Missing You. They were playing that fucking out of control. People are saying, Lil Wayne Lollipop, which I'm not that mad at, but that got pretty overplayed.
I'm not that mad. It probably did get overplayed though.
I guess that would be one I'd turn off for sure. I'd want something else on within 30 seconds. That is actually annoying to me, even though I love Lil Wayne. Pause.
Yeah, good pause.
Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
Oh fucking Christ, yes.
That's I do.
Wow.
Yeah, whatever that song. What's that called?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
See, good.
Dilemma.
Thank you.
Dilemma. Yes.
Damn, dude.
That song and Usher featuring will.i.am.
That's the one. Sorry, Dad. That's the one where she's literally typing on that fucking phone.
In Excel.
Yeah. An Excel.
Which is the will.i.am and Usher one?
The OMG song. Is that, oh my God, I'm so in love. Finally, that song.
That's lame. Honestly, I haven't fucked with Usher since My Way. I can't fuck with Usher at all. Yeah. No shade. I'm scamming through this to see. I think we actually covered most of the ones.
We covered a lot. I'm trying to think of anything. Tupac Changes.
Oh, and you played that last night. Changes and Do for Love. Those two. After he passed, and then during the other thing, aside from California Love that Nosh mentioned, which was a big one, I felt like Tupac was unfortunately the bridge between the whites and hip hop that I experienced. So like we'd be listening to all that shit, like All Eyes on Me whenever it came out, and then maybe a year later, all the whites start to discover. I keep saying whites like I'm not white, but I mean my white friends who aren't rap friends, like they started and they were playing it in their car. Then it didn't. Bro, everyone's car, had CD players back then. Like, every single person I knew was just playing, like, All Eyes on Me in their car. So it was the most, like, I couldn't get away from it. Every time someone, I'm like, ugh, and they're asking me, is Tupac the worst? Like, fucking anyway. I'm so, like, triggered by all this stuff because it was,
my God.
It's interesting when you really give a fuck about this shit.
Yeah. I've got a couple good ones as well.
I just had one quick one. It was Q-Tip. I think it was called Vibrant Thing. That was playing everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I just can't get mad at the beat. Q-Tip.
That's fair.
Go.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Mine was Eminem, The Real Slim Shady, and Eminem Without You.
Oh,
yeah.
Without you. Sorry.
Yes, Without Me. Yeah. Those two.
Oh my God! Every day of my life, I hear it. I swear, I hear it every day.
Yeah,
I could be in my room, phone off, laptop off. And it's just still somewhere.
Someone's playing it down the hall.
Yeah, someone's
in the car, driving out, driving back.
Act well, Barbie girl, kill yourself.
That was
Worst
pretty
song
bad.
in the world. Not even off topic genre wise, but like, just want to say, if that fucking song is on, I want to shoot the radio.
Like the thing is, yeah, that song's not even. It's not even funny. People think it's quirky playing it, and I'm like, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Funny,
I got another good one. DMX Party Up.
Nice, nice. And
fucking songs.
And X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that one didn't get overplayed as much, but it's not a great song. Like the beat was horrible, and even then I felt like Party Up was that was included in that same batch that I was talking about at the White Clubs playing the R&B hour or whatever. It's someone here is actually saying like shook ones, and people are like shitting on the person saying shook ones. I don't care. You can hear that. I don't give a fuck about that. You can hear that a million times over.
I don't think anyone plays. No one's really playing shook ones like that.
Well, not enough that it would piss us off in the way that we're talking.
Yeah.
It's not like on FM radio that like you walk into a mall and like So all right, I think we actually did really well on all those. I think we covered a lot of ground, boys.
Nice.
So all right, where are we starting right now? We've got them two. We've got a bunch of sort of news little things to touch on, because I guess some pretty crazy shit's happening. So I don't think we even really touched on the Diddy stuff. The previous episode, the old Diddler. Got a bit of that, and I heard I was listening to Victory Light earlier, Mero's podcast, and they had an interesting perspective on forbats.
Okay.
Which we could just it's not like
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'll go right now. Okay, I was just listening to it before, and they said that. So Mero was like, "What's the fucking deal?" He goes, "As a watched person, they always say washed, like an old cunt." He's like, whatever happened to bridges and like proper choruses and whatever, and everything's like a minute and 50 seconds. So he's like, it's like the guy's got 80. The joke was he's got 82 seconds of music out, and it's not that much more than that though, to be honest. And then he's got 8 point something million monthly listeners on Spotify, and then a feature of Drake on his second song and all this stuff. So it's like so much so soon. And we kind of talked about it the other week, and they were sort of asking the other guy, his name's Rainey. It says Mero, this guy Rainey, and this girl Liz are the three hosts of Victory Light. So it's Mero from Deez's and Mero's other pod, for people who don't know. And this Rainey guy does music. I don't know what style, but I haven't heard it, but he does music. So they were like, the chick Liz was like, yo, if you do music, does it, how does it make you feel if you're sitting here, you've been grinding away for years, because he must be like 30 or something, on music, and then you see this guy just come out of nowhere and just get all of the success. And so he had a positive answer to it. He's like, I got no ill will towards him and stuff. That was kind of what me and Nosh was saying, like, you work so hard and then some people just get all the luck and all the breaks, which I guess is just life. But he did say, and this was the interesting part, he said he has a friend who's in music and who knows all of these people, who's been like out in the scene, the industry, like knowing all the up and coming artists. And she's like, he isn't an industry plant. She'd known of him since September last year, even though he only kind of popped like now, which still is not like very impressive. Oh, I've known of him for 5 years. You've known of him for like 6 months. So still super short. But this was more the, and she's saying he's got a really great team, and it's right place, right time. So it's like the stars aligned for this kid. That's really what it is. He's doing something different. The team was good and able to convince people to do it, to support him, I guess. Hopefully the numbers are real, but yeah, apparently that's it. But apparently this comes back to something we're going to talk about today, that in January, Kanye said Forbats is his favorite new artist. Then in February, Drake went and did the feature. And obviously we know Drake and Ye have been taking shots back to, so they think the whole reason like it's gone like that is because Drake and Kanye are petty, or Drake was petty at Kanye, and that was his petty move.
But we heard Kanye apparently sent him a verse.
Did he? Did we talk about that last time?
No, we never spoke about that. But like, apparently he sent Forbats a verse.
Huh.
And I heard it, and it was alright. It wasn't.
Maybe that's why they didn't use it.
I think Drake's one is genuinely better.
It just sounds the same better. Song?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it was. Well, to be all
you barely differentiate.
So I don't know. But like, and I'm not even mad at that, because I actually really like all the songs. But like,
they actually are really good.
They're really good. They just sound very similar.
Very similar,
he didn't. It wasn't used.
No.
which is interesting.
That is interesting. Maybe if it wasn't fire, then it's not fire. But yeah, it sounds like that would be maybe Drake's reason for wanting to sort of like support him a little more, and then not even that, just sign him and stuff to really continue the spite. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. If it's true, that's what they were saying. So I thought that was interesting since we'd already talked about it. Let's do the project review, the classic project review, because and then we can get into the other stuff. So this is the final of the here we go. We're doing
Indie Experiment series.
Exactly, Indie Experiment series right here, Volume 3. This one came out, I guess it would have been April, June, August. I could have just looked, August 10th, 2012. So this is 12 years old now. Third of the 3 mixtapes, all got 9 songs each, even though on Bandcamp they took one off because they're cunts. So this one, as I talk through it, I don't know if there was a particular theme on this one as much, because the second one was like the kind of truth or conspiracy stuff, whatever you want to call it. I think I went with that vibe. This is a little bit more like all over the place. I like Lana Del Rey. She's great. This was a cool song, Born to Die. So I did that kind of about TIFF or whatever. The Coldplay one, I can't remember what that. Oh, that was about leaving Melbourne and fronting like I didn't care. That's what it was, because I always did front in the beginning. A little slow. I'm not the biggest fan of that song, but I wanted to do something different, and I never really liked Coldplay too much, but I thought it could work because they had a lot of gaps in it. To rap.
They're all right. Yeah,
they're cool. I appreciate them more now. I didn't like them always, but that one was kind of chill. Goche did that Somebody I Used to Know song, which was popping at the time.
Pops. That's another song you can't listen to anymore.
That's another one. Absolutely. True. Even though when it does come on now, because we've had a decade break from it, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
A decade break.
A decade break, because I think I heard it recently and I was like, oh, I can see why this was really big. It's a great song. Yeah, it definitely held up. So he had a couple albums, and I actually quite liked a bunch of the songs. There's one I liked more than this, but it didn't really fit for a song. So this one's called State of the Art. It's really weird. And it was like this cool, me and Nosh going back to forth on like double time shit.
Very, very good song though, because he's singing about vintage synthesizers and beat machines.
Yeah, and then we took that to be like sort of. How would you describe what we're doing? We're saying that like
our angle. We talk about the quality of hip hop is dying, and the state the lost. There's a lost that the art is losing its fucking juice.
So talk about the state of the art, the music.
State of the art, yeah, state of the music, and the way things were changing. We mentioned like, look, you mentioned
MySpace and
people
stuff,
like T-Pain and MySpace. Yeah, auto tune stuff. I talk about industry stuff and the way they dumb down music and. All that kind of stuff.
All that. So it's fun. It's a fun listen. Because of the I think the flows will make it kind of fun.
It's good, man.
One of my favorite songs ever for Fiona Apple back in, I think it came out when I was like 17, so it was like 98. And the song called Criminal, which is her first single, and it was just I used to always watch. Fuck, it goes so hard, and it's one of the weirdest like bunch. They're all just like lying around on heroin, all these skinny people and shit. It's really weird, but she's fucking great. I appreciated her much more later on, because I remember I bought her album back then and wouldn't tell anybody about it because I was embarrassed to listen to anything but rap music. Yeah. Wow. That's how serious it was. We took this shit very seriously.
Man.
Yeah, man. Been on that. So that was cool. I think it was more like playing on the song that she's like cheating on a guy or whatever. So I guess I'm talking like I'm the guy. This other track here by this, I don't even know. I guess it's just a producer called Fleur Blanche, like White Flower, and it's. I remember hearing it. Me and Tiff were at a Spanish restaurant in Toronto, and I heard it. I was like, "This is fire!" And I used Shazam and found it, and then we did this song with me, Notion, and Tommy, and it was right as I was about to move to Montreal. So I'm pretty sure I wrote it in Toronto still. So I did it as in like a verse from each city. So like, hey, we moved over here, but I had to go to Montreal to stay. And Notion's like, hey, we came over here. You're fucking going. And then Tommy's like, hey, I couldn't move over with y'all. So it was
the verses on that are fucking sick, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Everyone's verses are sick on that one.
I feel like it worked really well. That one's is a moving song. I love that. The stupid interlude, the "You're a Cunt," it was just like an app.
Possibly one of the best interludes you could ever hear with your own ears. I implore all of our watchers and our listeners, bless your cotton socks, please go to ctmf.bandcamp.com and have a fucking listen to that one. That
link
is
in the description.
Please do yourself. Oh my God, there's a dog.
There's a dog. Oh shit, where's the dog? Oh shit, there's a dog.
She's right. Can you see
dog.
Let me bring her up to the screen.
Yeah. Hey, what a
dog
cutie.
right,
How's she doing?
She's alright. She's alright. She sleeps all day and cries when I leave the house for 2 seconds, and I come back. She says hi and then goes straight to bed. She's so funny.
That's pretty easy.
She's so funny.
I like her vibes.
She's so cool though. Best dog.
Best dog. Second best dog
ever.
Second
best. Top three.
Top three. There we go. I'll take that. Pause. But yeah, it was just like some stupid app where you just say something and it turns it into a song. So I just said, "You're a cunt." Like that with,
I know that.
with the T. Yeah,
and then it harmonizes the one bit of audio.
Yeah,
like,
and it turns it into like, how long is it? 1 minute and 10 seconds. And it takes it and pitches it up with autotune. It's very funny.
I can't believe that's the little soundbite that you use. It's brilliant.
I think it's so fucking dumb. Then there was this joint which is just weird. This group called Mike Snow that I love. I think that was Swedish, and they just had this weird kind of indie pop music. And this was just a song that I liked a lot. It was just, I don't even know, called Plastic Jungle. I can't even really remember what it wasn't really about anything. I think it was just saying weird stuff because the song's saying weird stuff. I can't even remember, but I like the song.
Yeah, it's a good one. Differently than the other ones, but yeah,
very different. So it's just just tried to go shit that I like to listen to, as well as the kind of worked for rap. Sometimes they're a bit more challenging, but I guess that was the point. If I'm going to do solo stuff, I was like, let's make it interesting. And then we did this song with this group called Fading Hour, who was a band. What were they called? I think they called like prog rock, like progressive rock. They were
like
Tool, yeah. Like so the drummer in the band was our drummer when we performed live, Chris. Shouts to Chris, he's a champion. I spoke to him recently, and they had this song called Celestine, which was kind of like a truth kind of song as well. So we just feel same thing. I think that was almost where I got the idea for this whole tape, was that we just filled in the gaps pause of that song, and we performed it with them a bunch of times. It's so fun to perform because
so sick, dude.
It's the best. I end up just like, because you're jumping around so much, you're just dying afterwards. But the super cool. It came out great. So it was me, Noshan Becca from Seeing Becca on that one. So that was super fun. So I popped that on here, and then I finished it off with the song that got taken off Volume 2 was by a metal band called Born of Osiris, and it was just like a kind of chill instrumental that sounded nothing like the rest of their music. And this was also, the band's called North Lane, and this song was called Discovery. So and it was just a complete cool instrumental, so I just rapped that. And it was actually like, look, it's like a 5-minute instrumental that they had on a metal album. So that was, I can't remember what it was about, but actually it's kind of also truth type stuff again. Mm-hmm. It was, yeah. So anyway, I like this one. Did you guys have any additional thoughts? Because it looks like we all went back and forth pause here a bit, but
overall sounds better. As engineering gets better, I love listening to this one. It just sounded a lot nicer than the previous ones, a lot more, even and shit. So yeah, it was a pleasure to listen back to.
Word.
And then all the ones with the features on it are sick. Not because I'm on it, because they just like all the songs are they're just fucking awesome. We really did some good writing there, and good pair ups. Sick.
Oh, yeah. Sick kind.
Yeah, this is my favorite Tommy Guns verse. I think.
Really
it's a very good one.
So yeah, no, overall sick. It was sick. I'm a big fan.
Love it. So this was interesting. So it's cool. This is like the first Canadian batch of like, I guess, projects that we released. So next would be, I have to double check. I don't think it's anything more if I look here from me until 2013 Steps to the Peak was my thing, and that came out I think maybe even Notion's EP was
Pride of My
Cufflinks. So we'll do that, then Steps to the Peak would be the next one in 2013, which is fucking cool. So boom, and once again, link in the description. Anytime you hear us talking about any of the old projects, link is always in the description for that. All right. Got a bunch of the news. So we did the 4-bat stuff. Should I just start from the top and we'll just...
Yep.
Yeah, go on.
So the Diddy stuff. I don't know how deep we want to go into it. No Diddy. Hey. At this point, being that it's been going on for a little bit, but do we want to summarize it?
I think we all know what's happening. I think everyone knows what's happening. It's just Yeah, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? And now he's gone MIA.
Well, I saw a video of a dude. So there was that cafe called Pura Vida in Miami. And it's like a chain.
I was there.
You went there, yeah. We went there too. It's cool.
Good times.
And he was in one, like yesterday or the day before.
Of course.
Apparently.
Okay.
So I don't know if he
Very
actually
interesting.
left. The theory. So
I
basically,
don't think he did leave. I don't think he did.
He might not be able to when you're under that level of investigation.
Yeah, you can't.
There was talk that his LA, Miami, and New York properties were raided because he's been essentially accused of all the same time, of sex trafficking. I think primarily, and what was the other stuff? I guess like all of these crazy shit. Like he's just been like, I guess What was it? What the fuck was it? I guess I don't know enough to explain.
I don't know. It's just such a collection of so many different things. So I'm not even sure what it is he's being investigated for, why his home's being invaded. But there's just so many things that's happening, and you're like, what the hell is it? Like, what is this? So it's kind of like, I don't know. And I have no clue.
Right. So
I think it was human trafficking.
That was the main thing, right? Yeah, right. That... Which is a weird thing. Someone was telling me that, like, if you bring somebody over, like, a state line to you to have sex, then it could be considered human trafficking, even if it's willingly or whatever the fuck. Like, there's levels to it, and there's nuance to it. So who was telling me this? Someone told me this the other day. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a good fucking point. So it's a little vague, but basically it sounds like he was doing a lot of manipulation for artists. He was having these kind of basic like sex parties where he would, kind of pressure people who wanted to have a career. They go to his parties and he'd make them fuck sex workers in front of him. Basically, they're saying Diddy's gay as well. Like he's been fucking dudes. It sounds like him and Meek Mill have been fucking, which is fucked up for Meek Mill.
And Meek Mill's so odd as well. Just left everything and didn't even deny it. I don't know. I don't understand.
He just kept saying, "I'm not gay," not "Hey guys, this didn't happen." He didn't say that once. He was just like, "I'm not gay. I'm a fucking gay. See, this is how they take a fucking guy down or whatever." Yeah. So it's kind of fucked up. But basically, apparently, they're calling him the Black Epstein because he also apparently brought people to those parties, blackmailed them by getting them to do something illegal and filming it, because he apparently all these
cameras everywhere,
cameras in the house, in every room. So then he's like, "Hey, I need you to sign this contract, my G, because you don't want this coming out," and then pressuring people into doing stuff.
Sign shitty contracts.
Yep. I did see one thing on Math Hoffa's pod. What's it called again? My Expert Opinion. There was some dude. His name was Smart Guy. So I don't know if he was a producer or a rapper or something. And I told you guys over text, but it was an interesting clip. And he was saying that, like, I believe he was sort of around all Diddy. Maybe he was a producer then or a writer or something, it sounds like. And he was like, look, I'm from the hood. I know how to handle myself around people. I know we're going to watch, head on the swivel type shit. He's like, but the problem is a lot of these artists aren't, and they don't know that these people are going to take advantage of them. So he's like, he either heard a story or he knew it for a fact or he saw it or something. That one artist he called him like a square, like, I guess us, not in the hood, I wouldn't really do it. They drugged the drink. That's another thing apparently Puff and them were doing, drugging people and raping them and stuff. Yeah. So, and apparently they were saying they spike the mix, not the alcohol. So, like, they'll pour themselves vodka, but they spike the cranberry juice. That was where it came in, which is interesting, which is why I drink beer, yo. And apparently they got this dude, spiked his drink in the studio. He passed out. The 3 dudes that were there apparently raped him, filmed it, and then they showed him to be like, yo, sign this contract or like a really bad deal, or we let this out. Even though technically I guess it was rape, but maybe it'll expose him for being gay, even if, because it might look like he was doing gay shit or something like that. And it was like, okay, he didn't say who it was, but it sounds like they were doing things like that. So it's pretty fucked up. And the crazy shit, when you look at all of the people who've been talking about it for years, people have been talking about it for like 2 decades.
People have been talking. It's been a long time as well. It's been a long time. It's just coming to the surface now.
And like these little comments that people made, you write it off. You're like, yeah, whatever. But nah, you look at it now, you're like, oh, okay. Like it's pretty crazy.
It's
like
scary,
shit,
dude.
Jaguar Wright been saying it. 50, Mace.
Yeah, Mace. Yeah.
Mad people been saying stuff like, you know, his I think his name was Gene Deal. It was Puff's like security guard, and he was saying some shit, and he left because he saw some stuff. I forgot what it was. Suge Knight's been saying stuff. I think that like people been knew that, and then now it looks like maybe Diddy did put the hit out on Tupac, and maybe he did do the shit with Biggie as well. So it's like, I feel like this is going to be one of the dirtiest motherfuckers in every sense of the word ever, and I really hope, if it's all true, that he just fucking goes down in flames with this shit. It's it's pretty crazy.
It's likely that it's all true. So
I think so. Too many people saying,
just seeing it.
Yeah, bro. Too many people saying stuff. Someone to also, I don't think we spoke about it last time, but because of the gay things with Diddy, instead of saying no homo, you say no Diddy, and that's become a thing. I had mad people saying it to me. I was showing Tiff. I was like, 3 different people who don't know each other said it to me in the same day, like nice. On the phone. It's very funny. So Mace said no Diddy on his show, which was very funny, and they were just giggling like Beavis and Butthead. And
nice.
Somebody already trademarked no Diddy.
Yeah, I saw that. That was so funny.
I saw that.
What a smart move.
We could probably do it in Canada. We could do it here. Make some t-shirts.
Do it.
Only problem thing, it takes 3 years, so it's like, but as long as it's in the system, either way, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so that's that. So we'll keep you all posted if anything else happens. But so far, that's all the updates that I believe. But it's trending every day. Oh, they got Young Miami too, because she might have been the Ghislaine Maxwell to Puff's Epstein type shit. Like, she's acquiring the women or the men or whatever it is, getting people and bringing them in. So she might be fucked as well. So a lot of people might. Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting.
Going down.
Mad people going down. Speaking of people going down, no Diddy. There's the other beef that's happening right now. Dahn's in the middle of a war.
It's not beef. It's a civil war.
It's a civil war. So, Dan, I'm just going to let you tell it. I'm going to let you tell it because you're in the middle. We've been trying to goad you to betray your side. It's not working.
We can't. It's a big civil war right now where there's a Team Drake versus Team... I don't even know who's the head of the other. The Team Metro?
I'd say Metro. I would say Metro and Future got brought in because... I think Metro started it, but it sounded like there was some shit with Future too, though. Like,
yeah, so I didn't read the full Complex post I sent you. But like, there's more going on than it seems. But to my understanding,
I can pull it up right now if you like.
Yeah, go on.
Is that easier?
Okay. Read that thing, and then let's see what it actually says.
So essentially, maybe we'll just go through this, and we can fill in the gaps. No Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Drake is beefing with a bunch of people. The quick story is that Future and Metro put out their album called We Don't Trust You. There's a song on there, on the very first song called We Don't Trust You. It sounds like there was like shots at Drake that you wouldn't realize, but until someone breaks it down. There's a song called Like That, which I think is about to go #1 on Billboard, that featured Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick's on that song, talking all spicy, saying shit like "fuck the big 3," which is him calling Drake. Saying, and he had this "for all the dogs" diss on these last 2 bars. That was actually the best line of the song. It's not the most spectacular diss verse at all, but it's like winding
he's scared.
shit up.
I don't know why. He just winded people up.
I don't think he's scared, but
I don't know.
So essentially, like this is saying that it started when Kendrick did the Control verse on Big Sean's track in 2013, and then Drake dissed him on the language, which. I mean, it's so vague. It could be about anything.
It could be. It really could be.
And then it looked like Kendrick was on the BET cipher. So they've been saying shit back and forth for over a decade, which is pretty funny. Now the Future shit, that was the weird one because they've done a lot of stuff together. They've done an album, like many songs after that, and they're always really fun. The Drake and Future collabs, and as far as like the Life is Good and stuff. It's fun if nothing else. Whether you like it, I think it's very enjoying. I think Future's part of that little bitch. Ooh, that shit is
production is amazing.
Yeah, it's probably Metro. Just could explain it. So
it's very likely. Man.
Basically, the second verse of this first song of the We Don't Trust You, the first song, the title track, I guess, it said Future raps about having problems with a fake friend who's been pillow talking. So apparently, Drake was fucking. It was one of the... I can't remember which way around. It was either Metro was fucking this chick and then saying shit about Drake to her, and then she was fucking Drake, and then Drake was talking to her, and then sort of she was telling both of them what they're saying. Something along those lines. Is that right, Dan?
It seems like, to my understanding, it seemed like Future was seeing a girl and Drake wanted to see her too, and that's what happened.
Gotcha.
And then, that's what it seemed like on that song, that What Would Pluto Do? With the chorus, like, what would Pluto do? Fuck the host, so I did it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It seemed like
so that was another one.
He done it
to tie. So he did it, and then they got problems, and then Metro. Sorry, that's what I'm getting confused with. And Metro Boomin had a problem with Drake because he was tweeting out of the blue, seemingly, that like he doesn't know why Her Loss is getting all the props for the album when the Heroes and Villains album was better than that. Which I've got like, well, what do you think is going to happen if you say that shit?
Metro's kind of unhinged on Twitter. Like he tweets a lot of stuff. He was out on Twitter a lot.
So maybe all of this had been stirring for a while. So him saying that on Twitter was probably because they'd all been talking shit about Drake sort of together anyway. So that's really interesting. And then, of course, Kendrick being on that song, which is the single off this album, the Cold We Don't Trust You, which almost sounds like the whole album is a diss to Drake. I don't think it is, but it could be, interpreted that way. So that was where we're trying to separate with Dan. Like, your Team Future or Team Drake, bro? Because Metro was like, pick a side and stay there. And that's why I was like, what are you going to do? You can't fuck with Future because Dan loves both. So that's why we were trying to get him to leave Team Drake. So then the Metro stuff, which is basically Metro passed on letting Drake get a verse on Heroes and Villains. Okay, so that could have been where it started, saying here. And then criticism about award shows. That's why I'm saying Her Loss... not deserving is more accolades than that. So I guess it's like there was something going on, and if Metro started all this, that's pretty crazy, but that's pretty funny. The other weird one was Rick Ross. So Rick Ross unfollowed Drake and then posted like a video on stories or whatever of him in like a Wraith listening to Kendrick's verse on the Like That song. I don't understand what's happening here, because all of Rick Ross's biggest songs feature Drake, all of them. So
yeah,
I don't know.
True.
This makes no sense.
Like literally all of them, actually.
Yes. So then it says this came after speculations that Drake invited Ross's ex, Christina Mackey, to his tour stop in Florida last week. So it could be Drake fucking with people's women is actually causing his own problems, potentially.
Could be a thing.
I'm not surprised, because it's not like I've definitely heard stuff
Keep
like
it in
this
your
before.
pants, Aubrey.
Right? It's like, okay, we get it. Like, you're Drake, you could fuck anyone. Wow. Like, it's not that impressive. He's like, it's weird when you do it to a friend with the girl that they're fucking seeing, ex or whatever. It's like
asking for it.
It's like Drake starting shit, probably to stay in the tabloids and in the conversation, which fair enough. The other weird one that no one gives a fuck about is Nav. I don't know why, but Drake trolled Nav, says, by quoting him for the first Instagram caption following Kendrick's verse. And shots of him on tour. Fans noticed that Nav unfollowed that as well. I don't like Nav. I don't give a fuck. I don't know why.
Yeah, I just don't really care for him.
No, Nav's terrible. Like, horrible. So that's like, I guess, the decent little summary of what's going there.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So it's,
It's hilarious.
It's look, if nothing else, it's funny, it's silly, it's petty. But their position, the funniest part is like someone like Grand Wizard, like accounts like that are positioning it as like the Civil War, and they've got like the fucking Marvel thing with like the faces all, like Cole and Drake, because Kendrick shot at Cole, I guess, as well, technically.
Yeah.
And then all the people down with OVO, and then fucking on the other side is like Future and Metro and Rick Ross and blah blah blah. It's and they're calling it like dark skin, Kanye as well, and they call it like dark skin versus light skins, because most of the people on the Future side is all dark skins, and all the Drake's homies are all the light, like mixed kids and stuff. So I don't know. It's pretty funny. It's silly, but I don't know. In a world that's fucked up,
the rap game needs a little spice up. This is a good way to do it. Just divide everyone. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
They do it with everything else anyway.
It gives us something to argue about in the text, because we're just always jumping on Dan pause and just being like, Team Future Dan, you got to get with it. We off that OVO, and I don't know. I enjoy it. I like having shit to stab each other about. I know you won't. That's why it's funny. I like your dedication, if nothing else.
Thank you.
All right, what else we got here? Dan's most popular favorite Young Thug lookalike, Sexyy Red, dropped a new video.
Wow.
The other day.
Wow. I love her. She's so cool. She's so funny.
Yeah. Pinky Doll's
funny,
better. Pinky Doll's better. Pinky Doll got more bars, bro.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, sure.
See, that's another fun beef now. I just thought Pinky Doll posted. Well. She is. MTL. She talks 20.
Like a fucking idiot, dude.
Oh, she's a fucking dildo, but she posted, I don't know why, she posted something about like all these bitches, and she was posting seriously because she wore a cowboy hat. That Beyonce wearing a cowboy hat is copying her style, and she was serious too. I was like, oh, this.
But she thinks she's like very relevant. And
oh yeah,
like, you're not.
All you did was gang gang. Yes, popcorn. Yeah,
and it was funny. It was
hilarious for just 2 minutes.
It was like no one hated it either. Like no one hated it.
So it makes me understandable, dude.
Now she just I don't know.
Yeah, she really thinks she's somebody. And then she said something about now she's doing another song because she did a song, the popcorn song or whatever, and she was playing it and everyone was clowning her. And now she's got another song, and then she's like, "Fuck it, I'm the best female rapper in the game right now." And so then as soon as I saw that, I was like,
when I fucking saw that,
I said it straight to Dan. I was like, "Team Pinky Doll, fuck that. She's better than Sexyy Red. Let's go." We needed someone to.
Genuinely don't think. I don't think she is. I genuinely don't think she is.
We needed someone equally as bad to put up against. That's
better than Sexyy Red.
Well, I've never heard Pinky Doll's verses outside of the chorus that she keeps playing 100 times. It's got like 4 words in it.
That's the whole song.
Actually, it does have "I get it." She says, "I get it, I get it, I get it, I do." That's 4 words. Yeah. See,
that's pretty good.
Better than Sexyy Red, that's what I'm saying. Team Pinky Doll, let's go. Yes, popcorn, gang. Anyway, fun beef. Anyway, so Dan loves the video. It is fun though. The video, what was it called? Get It Sexy. That one, yeah. So terrible, but it's a funny video. You got to give it that. It's entertaining. I don't like it. I think it's terrible. I think it's bad for the kids. I think it's bad for everything, but it's funny. I appreciate the funniness. Try and be positive. You know? I think I shat on her last time and people were getting mad at me. No, someone commented on TikTok or whatever because I think I was shitting on Sexyy Red on the clip last time and said, oh, great. Like, I hate it when the old heads have a podcast. I think I just told him to eat a dick, which I normally don't cuss people out, but I thought it would ban me for it or something, but it didn't. No, I said eat shit, dickhead. And it works. That's usually if you try and cuss to people, it doesn't like it. I was just like, I'm not even gonna like do this. I'm like, you don't know anything. You fucking no shade to you, Dan. Gen Z little fucking. All the words I want to say will get me cancelled. You feel me?
Nice.
Thank you. Big ups Gen Z. Big ups Gen Z. Mostly Dan though. What else we have here? I had this. These are just things that were relevant maybe last week when I noted them down. Dan always tells me how safe Toronto is, which is great, which I love to hear. And I also love to hear that home invasions are up by 240% just in the 3 months of this year alone in Toronto. Gang.
What can I do? What can you do? You can only be. You
can
only keep yourself safe.
Bat suit.
You can only keep yourself safe.
Go and start fighting crime.
Fighting crime. I really appreciate. Did we talk about what the cops did? What the cops said? The Toronto police said.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, what I do, they said, you know what? Leave your keys in the front of your. For people who outside of Toronto who probably wouldn't have seen this unless it got around the world, but the literal chief of police in Toronto said to leave your car keys with the fob in the lobby or the foyer of your house, so that it makes it easier for the thieves. Because they don't want to hurt you. They just want your car.
Gotta be taking the piss, bro.
They're not. They doubled down on it.
Why? They're supposed to just do their fucking job, eh?
They won't come. Apparently, you got all the home invasion stuff. They just won't even, or any cars being stolen. They won't. Apparently, someone had an Apple AirTag in the car and tracked it to a shipping port in Montreal, I believe. It was stolen in Toronto, driven to Montreal, put on a car that was going to like Dubai or something. So they're doing it, stealing cars, selling them to people, and sending it overseas and shit like that. So
immediately,
yeah, which is so fucking crazy, so fucking crazy.
It's pretty gangster.
And then they know that the cops aren't going to look for them, and if you do get caught, you pretty much just get out. You get away with everything. So it's
fucking hell.
It's just Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Another thing I saw the other day is that someone, I saw a video of someone walking through like a TTC, and it's probably extreme, but it was like, it looked like that street in Philadelphia where everyone was like zombied and cracked out. Like literally people just like legs all over the seats, just completely like fucked up, stuff
Rolled
all
out,
like shit everywhere. Like Toronto's never been like this. The TTC's always been pretty decent. And it's like, if that video, I don't know, I don't take public transport, but it's pretty fucked up. It looked pretty bad.
Well, I wouldn't say it's usually that bad. It's you have a couple
That was extreme.
sometimes. I think there was like one homeless person on the way home last night. But then like before I think the last time I came back from North York, it was like, I'm trying to think. There was probably like 6 homeless people I saw on the whole journey.
Okay,
That was probably the worst one, but it's never like there's just like 10 man just there all in the carriage like that. Like I've never seen that.
Okay, that was extreme then. Someone said on Reddit, I'm in this subreddit called Taranto, like RANT in capitals, and I don't even know, I don't even think I follow it, just keeps sending it to me. And someone said that they were on the way to work, and at, you know, the Spadina streetcar stop, it's like a part of the station in that back end of it or whatever. Apparently, one of the homeless dudes set up a tent in the tram, in the streetcar. And like, and it made everybody just late for work, and no one was doing anything. They go, everyone's just passive, nobody's connected and trying to do the best for people. They're just sort of sitting there watching it happen, which I guess happens when the city gets this big. But I don't know. It's fucked up. It's sad. Man. It's sad because Toronto is a dope ass city, and to see it get this, look, it's not just Toronto. I'm not shitting on Toronto, of course. It's just because it was a smaller city that got bigger and more popular and drew more cunts in and stuff. And I guess, you know, the higher the cunt count, as we call it, the higher the likelihood of shit like this happening. So just be safe out there, y'all, particularly you cunts. All right?
Exactly.
Gotta keep that blicky on you.
Yeah, get the blicky on me. I got one on my... Man, I never take the TTC. I'm always on the bike, or if I do take the subway, it's like, you know, usually during decent time, so... Okay. But I'll fucking jerks them, man, anyway, but... There's also crackheads scare the shit out of me because sometimes they're just fucking mental. But then I have to be more mental than them to scare them off. So it's like, I don't want to go there. So just don't go on.
Gotta keep that thing on you, you know?
Because I've only had like a couple of tiny incidents in Tirana. It's actually been quite fine, and most of it was just weirdos on drugs at the beach at night time.
I've never had anything crazy. The craziest thing I've probably ever seen is a lady pissing on the streetcar.
Yeah, I've seen a dude piss on the streetcar too. Yeah, like in the back corner, just like fucking laying it on the.
Oh seats. No! This wasn't back corner. It's the middle. Just in the middle of the whole thing. Just like, took off everything and just pissed, and then put it back on. Damn it! It was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, some quality characters out there.
It sounds like New York to me. Like every time I was in New York,
it's got some New York vibes for sure.
Yeah, well, the crackheads are New York-esque, I'd say.
Especially when you go to Young and Dundas, that's quintessential fucking maybe New York stuff, because there's some absolute psychos on the corner just like preaching there, whatever, or they're actually just going on a rant, or there's just an actual crazy cunt just walking around, you know, yelling,
shouting. I hear screaming from outside all the time. It's normal.
Yeah,
it's normal stuff.
I don't hear nothing.
I hear people just shouting all the time. I'm just like, I wonder what's happening today.
I only hear like whenever I go into the city, like there's always something, dude.
Always someone shouting.
Yeah,
it's fun. Gives the city character.
It does, but I just like, you know, I'm glad I don't see it often.
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
Because the weirdos don't have enough time to go to the forest, mate. So I'm all up in there.
That's true.
That's where it's at.
I get it.
Crackheads, eh?
Ain't no crack in the forest.
No crack in the forest. There are cunts in tents in the forest, but they're just over there.
Gotcha. Are they the crackies, or are they the people hard down on their luck, just trying to get by?
I think it's the hard done bys, bad on down their luck, and just go, you know, rent's too expensive. I'm going to live in a really, really nice tent that's basically a fucking house. Yeah, there's some dudes that have literally like stoves and shit set up.
I've seen it. I've seen it here. Yeah, they got clotheslines. Yep. Like they got pallets and built. Yeah, it's just you know, Uber Eats coming in. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, Uber Eats coming in.
Imagine. Just drop it off at the median strip there. Just fuck. I don't know. It's wild.
Just knock twice on the fucking tree.
Leave it out front of the yellow tent.
Fuck. Wow.
It's just so crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy time, man. Weird fucking time to be alive, boys. The only other things I really had here were Big Sean did a Tiny Desk. Did anyone check that?
I haven't seen it yet. Fuck. It's like on my to-do list. I literally just haven't had time.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if I care enough about him.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either. I check it just because it's a rap one. They don't do a ton of rap ones.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to watch.
He's got some
he's got some joints. Big Sean's got some joints.
No, he does.
I reckon Big Sean might actually have one of those songs that we're like, that we actually hate, like we were talking about at the start. I reckon he's got to have one of them.
He does. What's it called? Let me find it.
Yeah, whatever his biggest single was, basically.
Yeah, probably. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah. But anyway,
while you're finding that, Beyonce.
So did you see it?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
Meaning to. Beyonce dropped her Act 2. So the Act 1 was the Renaissance album with the Bickies, like basic. I don't know how else to say it, but it's like gay house music. I don't know what else it's called because it was aimed at LGBT. I don't mean it gay as in like it's fucking good, but like I went to the show, like there was 70% LGBT mans. But the Act 2 is called Cowboy Carter, and it's her country album. It's and there's 27 songs. It's a lot of songs. We listened to it twice.
How many songs we listened to us yesterday? Did we listen to the whole thing?
No.
Because it was just a few songs. Yeah, at the Diddy yesterday.
I don't know if we played any of it, did
we? We played like one or two songs. That's it.
Oh, they played like they played the Jolene and Tyrant. They played a couple. Look, there's a couple bangers.
And that was fine. Some of them, those two.
Yeah, that single has got the worst though. That main single, it's like fuck off.
Like it's not what you think it is. That's probably the best way for me to describe it.
It's not horrible.
Like if you think country, it's not. Yeah, it's not like Garth Brooks or some shit. Like it's like.
Bear in mind, it's still Beyonce.
Exactly, and her vocals make everything cool. There's a bunch. It's slower than I would like. It's like lots of slow Jones with a guitar.
That's the only issue. Yeah,
it's not something. Do you know what it is? It's wicked background music. That's what me and Tiff was saying. Like it's cool for the car. We had to drive to Toronto and back. So I'm like, sweet, 27 fucking songs. It's that's a decent amount for the trip.
And back. Wow.
Yeah. So you basically finish it on a 2-hour trip type shit. But it's cool. She's got like they did a version of Dolly Parton's Jolene, which is that Classy John, which I actually really like, and she changed the lyrics up a bit. It was super chill. There's this one song called Tyrant, which is fire. Like I really like it, but it's not even country. It's it just sounds like could be on any of her albums. That was what was a little strange. There was a couple joints where I'm like, this doesn't fit at all. There's one where she's like rapping, so like I guess it's like
they all done that even with the Drake House album. There was some rap on it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I would imagine that the expectation of a country album would not be that. That's all. But it's once again, you did say it is Beyonce. This is her take on it. She apparently, so Tiff was looking into it, and she had featured a whole bunch of black country artists that sort of like deserve the props type shit, which was really cool.
Nice.
So like people that actually are doing well in country that could, really be, they'd really do well with that look from her to like feature on her shit, which is really cool.
Nice.
I didn't hate it. I feel like we'd throw it on. I wouldn't be mad if we had to drive somewhere and you just put it on. Like, sure, whatever. Because we're not even really listening. We're talking, and you want to put something on, and it's hard to talk over rap music because it's distracting.
So wordy.
You can't work to it either. Like I usually do it if I'm just by myself in a car or whatever the fuck other times. But for that, it's cool. If it's worth a listen, I think it was interesting enough. And it was.
I'll give it a spin.
Yeah, just whatever when you're cleaning or something.
Yeah, cleaning. That's usually what I run through albums when I'm cleaning, which is pretty much ready to get done. So I'll check it out.
I don't think there's any crazy skips. It's like it's definitely not shit. It's not really for us, but it's not horrible. Just interesting. Okay. It existed.
I love that solid review counts.
Thank you.
Also, to answer your question before, Notion, he has 3. I think he has 3 songs that
Big Sean.
You just can't listen to anymore.
Big Sean, nice.
Okay, I Don't Fuck With You.
Ooh,
that is one. Guap. Guap, can't listen to Guap anymore. And Click.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Click. I thought Click was Kanye's
Click is a good one. But that's that got played a lot, but I still. It's had some
play
rest
it
time,
well.
so I think I'm not mad at it anymore.
What's
true.
Guap?
That is true.
Yeah, Guap, I'm confused.
It's one of his big
I'll
songs.
have to check it out.
Like 2012. Like, it's massive.
I'm sure I'll know if we hear it. And probably...
Yeah, you would.
I feel like since the streaming age really kicked in, there's less songs that I get as mad at because I have more control over what I listen to.
That's fair.
That's fair. I'm in a car. Before I got the car and I was traveling either by Uber or when I was on like public transport or whatever, walking or whatever, got headphones on, so I'm controlling that shit. Like, I don't really go to malls, and malls is where they have lots of stuff like that playing.
Or even just department stores, like chains.
Just any shops, period. Like,
any shops.
If you go somewhere like that, that's probably where you'd hear it. So it's kind of cool that that's why most of the ones for me were back then where the radio was everywhere, and it wasn't as simple, like, you know, carrying your Discman everywhere if the shit jumped, if you didn't have a good one and he bumped it and whatever. So anyway, that would probably be why, but I'd be curious about that Go Up one. I want to hear that. Love it. Okay, the other thing I want to add before we get into a couple games we have is Spot. So I was on this pod with this guy from Winnipeg. His name's Keith Billis, and he does these like kind of he said he wants to be like a late night host. He's like older than me. He's like 10 years older than me, but he does these like live stream pods. He had a really good conversation, which was really cool. And he told me that you can now put videos on Spotify without having to change. Before you could only be hosted through Anchor. Anchor got bought by Spotify, and then you had to use them. But now you can just upload the video. Now the problem with that for this and for BOS podcast is that the video uses the video audio, and then the audio is mixed by Notion. So what I've had to do for BOS, and I can only go back, BOS has like 377 episodes or something, and I'd have to manually get the video, get the wave, detach the audio of the video, sync up the wave to the thing, and because it doesn't match perfectly with the video, trim off the ends, then export it as an MP4 or whatever it is, MPV, because the M4V files that I normally get don't work with it. So then I've had to basically do that, and I'm working my way through that. I've got about 10 episodes up now on BOS with the proper audio because it actually sounds good, and then I got to do it with Bad Habits.
Nice.
So I basically I'll try it with this one. I think I'll start doing it going forward, and then I'll slowly back. But Bad Habits, I don't keep the video. I have to go to YouTube, download the video, get the file, put the file in. Yeah. So maybe I won't go back and do it all for Bad Habits. I'll just do it there. But I love the idea that it's up there. So BOS podcast, I'm going to slowly do it. It's more work. They're both like, it's just manual. There's no like way to AI this shit or to do it. Like you can pay a VA in Philippines to do it or something. But yeah, it's a whole ordeal. But get there slowly. Just make a point. So if you are looking on Spotify, it'll start to roll out. So I'll see if I can start with this episode and then backdate later. But yeah, nice. I like that. I like watching the video pods. There's not many that I watch. Like Rogan, probably the only one I would say, which is very cool. Okie dokie. Stupid dry. You can't like dry. I feel like I'm like coughing a lot because it's like the air is so fucking dry.
I'm okay.
My balls so dry.
My balls so dry. Maybe I'm just a pussy.
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm pussy.
You said it. You said it.
All right. You cunts want to do a blind ranking?
Yeah, let me get mine up as well.
So, Nosh, we wrote some down last week, if you remember.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we both wrote them down before the ep, so he's had them ready.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, got it.
Beauty. So, when I read this one out, it's for you two. Nosh, when you read it, for me and Dan. Dan, when you read it, me and Nosh. Cool. Who would like to go first with the rankings?
You go first.
All right, I got it. All right, dickheads. The topic of this one is Yeezy silhouettes. Oh,
okay.
I got 3 pairs of Yeezys from the last drop. I don't have all of them here, but I got those the MX Granites, which are into the phones.
Nice.
These are cool. They're totally different. They're like more rounded at the top, so there's more room, but they're tighter. Like the pussy hole entrance is tighter, so it's like
the pussy hole entrance.
Because it kind of feels like, no? It's very vaginal cavity type shit.
Vaginal, like, yeah, it looks like.
You know what I'm
Jesus,
saying?
Craig.
But they're drippy.
Easy.com.
I got the 500s, but I've been wearing them. They're upstairs. They're fucking fire. And Dan, you got some foams too.
Yes. I announced it.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I announced it. The people know. Yeah.
Everybody's aware.
Everyone's aware.
Everybody knows.
Fine, I apologize. And our pods are nowhere to be seen. Well, my pods are nowhere to be seen. I don't know if they're ever going to come. Yeah. I saw that Jules, who got fired from Easy, was trying to do some sort of like thing where you could email her and she was going to like, I was like, I don't want any problems. I just want my shit, man. So we'll see. So Yeezy silhouettes, I'm going to hold them up here because Notion might not know off the dome piece which ones are which. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start off with 350 V2s.
Okay.
These ones. The classic, easily the most attractive shoe of all time, in my humble opinion. Yes. So, where's that one going? You guys can argue.
That's pretty sweet. Chuck her on fucking 2. What do you reckon?
That's number 1, I'd say. I'd say it's number 1. Easily.
That's a good call.
Okay.
Like, if it's just the V2 in just general... V2. In general, V2, yeah, it's the best, I think, personally.
Okay, V2 in the posse.
Okay, next one.
Top spot, yep.
Love it. 700 V1s. So 700 V1s, the original dad shoe. This is the original dad shoe that brought it all back. The Wave Runner. Big sole here. The V2s have like stripes down the side, so these just have these other shits going on. Very sexy. Love them.
Yeah, that is the Wave Runner specifically. They're the best of all time. That's the best shoe of all time. But
I think in
terms of 700s in general, I'd stick it in a 4. A 4 is fine.
4, okay.
4. Like,
and what was that again?
Yeah.
What's the number?
700. 700 V1.
I have other colorways that are... Well, not colorways, sorry. Other silhouettes which I prefer.
Okay. I like it.
At least 2 more that I prefer. At least, maybe 3 more.
Okay. That's fair. Y'all good? Next?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Slide. Yeezy slides. You know the vibes. God tier.
2.
They're really good. I think I'd happily put it in a 5. But like, not because I hate it. I love it. But I just prefer I prefer an actual shoe silhouette to a slide silhouette over anything. Like if I was to spend,
that's true.
Depends on how I'm allocating my money, but like I would always choose a shoe over a slide, regardless of regardless if the slide is a better shape in general. It's just like the shoe's always going to be better.
Man's wants coverage.
I want a full shoe in it, full shoe.
So 5.
It's a 5 for me.
Okay. Beautiful. Next up. Foam skis.
Nice. That's what I thought. 3, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's a Trias, no forest.
I said 3. Yeah, Trias.
Okay. And lastly,
for the second spot, number 2 posse, we have chosen
450.
Damn.
Oh,
I like the 450s. I like the 450s, but not over the others.
No, these are easily my least worn out of all of them.
I think
they're really fun, but yeah.
I think there's only one thing in the order that I'm happy with. No, maybe 2.
Number 1?
I think I messed up the whole order. Number 1 is definitely V2s.
Yeah.
Number 2, out of what you gave me, is probably the foams. Then it's probably the 700s. Then the slides. Then that. That's what I would have done. Yeah.
Well, that was good. I like that.
Nice.
Good job, boys.
Nice.
Who's up next? Who's up next?
Okay.
Notion.
Right, you cheeky buggers.
All right,
we're gonna be ranking future songs.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Dan is just running this whole thing tonight.
I'm ready.
Fuck, mate. All right. So, Purple Rain. So, who's writing this down? I'm writing it down, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, you can write it down. Because you know what, Dan? I don't know any of these songs.
You can listen to it quickly on your.
Oh, you know what? I'll put it on my phone. Or just put it in my ear hole.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, jam your phone in your ear hole.
Okay,
Purple Rain.
It's a great song, by the way.
Spelt normal.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Oh no, REIGN.
No, REIG.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
You can. You're not supposed to hear it because it's YouTube.
No, we can hear it. We can hear it. You should mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should mute. There you go. You should listen to that song, though. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Very good song.
Let's see if he knows it.
Don't love it. It's fine.
Okay,
I would go like, I'd go 4.
You're 4. I actually really like that song.
Well, I'm open to putting it higher. Just like there are going to be ones that's going to come out better. Obviously, I'm also listening to it in 10 seconds.
You're right. I want to see 4's fine with that. 4's fine.
4's fine?
Okay.
All right.
I'm happy with 4.
Next one, High Off Life.
Okay.
Oh,
it's an album.
Isn't that that's the album with I think it has a single with Travis Scott.
Self-titled song.
I'm scrolling now.
I got this from Reddit.
Okay.
High Off Life is an album.
Yeah, there's not a song called High Off Life.
Okay, so then my bad.
Is there a song off that album? Maybe we could go the song with Travis Scott off his album called Solitaires.
Okay.
Since Dan's mentioned that one. Yeah, why not? There you go, because then it's not too far off.
I'm just going to put that.
I'm going to mute for 1 sec.
Yeah, go on. It's a good album. You should listen to the album, High Off Life.
I mean,
You'd probably like it.
I'll
more
do
than
it while
everyone.
I'm cleaning the kitchen like a gangster.
Oh, you should.
That's cool.
There's nothing better than doing housework, listening to the gangster rap. You know, you think you're
exactly.
Hardest cunt going.
Yeah, hardest cunt going while you're mopping the floors.
Fucking let's go, mate. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where that would. Yeah, I mean, we could just put it.
Where are you gonna put that?
Like a trios.
3's fine.
Trios for assault.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is DS2. Is that an album as well?
That's the album.
That's the album.
Fuck's sake. So okay.
Give us
what's a song from that? What about the one? What about the Drake song off this? Oh, is there a what's the biggest song off this album?
Oh, there's a lot of big songs. Stick Talk. What's the other one?
Let's do that. Where You At featuring Drake.
Where You At is a big song. Let me go on the album now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do the Drake song then.
Do it. Done it.
Dan, yeah? Number 2.
You want to do number 2? I Serve the Bass.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that song that much.
So why'd you fucking pick the Drake
song? I said this Drake song is number 2.
Oh, the Drake song is number 2. Sorry, I thought you were saying track 2 off this album. Give me half a second.
Lock In. It's a good song. That's also one of the other songs where I feel like I listened to it a lot when I was younger, and I can't really listen to it that much.
Oh, this song. Yeah, the song's cool. Number 2's fine. I like this song.
Though. Number 2's fine. It is good.
Yeah,
it's just overplayed.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking boom cunt. The next one is Monster.
I'm happily put that 5.
That's an album and a song. Okay, 1 sec.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. It's not like, I love Future, but I can't always listen to his whole discography because not all of it is very good. So,
yeah, that's a little mid. 5's good. Yeah. And then the last one, I guess we have no choice,
Number 1. This is easy.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do for the last one.
The last one is In Her Mouth.
Nice.
I don't know that song. I don't think I know that song.
In Her Mouth?
Neither do I. In Her Mouth.
Have you heard the Diddy remix?
No.
It's called In His Mouth.
Oh my God. It's so funny when I typed it in. The first thing that comes up under his songs is Pornhub, come in her mouth, porn videos. Unbelievable.
That's just based off your search history. That's your cookies.
It's not, dude. That's so fucking funny. It comes.
That's your cookies.
I just typed in her mouth.
That's pretty cool.
And
yeah, that song's
the Future, and then porn, and then YouTube video.
There you go.
That definitely wouldn't have been number 1. That would have been number 4. Monster 5.
Sorry,
everything else is fine.
Had to do it.
Where You At would have been number 1 though. Where You At would have been number 1.
I like that. That's fun. Future. I like that. I like that. Notice that took you out of your comfort zone to figure that out. I like
it really did. I had no idea what I was doing. Thanks for your patience, guys. Yeah.
No, we appreciate you, man. You made it work, and that's all that matters. You put in the hard work. All right, Daniel.
I've got a start, bench, sell. 1, 2, 3 thing.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. Start, bench, trade. Quavo, Future, Lil Yachty.
Probably.
Yachty's getting benched.
Yeah, no, Yachty's getting traded.
You're getting traded?
All right. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. I'd say Future start, Quavo bench, and then Yachty GTFO. Okay. Get the fuck out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Written down. Done.
Is that what you both agree?
I like that, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I've got enough.
Maybe swap Quavo and Future, but Yachty's getting traded.
I think, yeah, that's kind of a fair point, but
I think solo discography, Future's way better. But Quavo's got Migos carrying. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's true. I think they're both patchy, but and it's kind of different, but kind of the same. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting combination.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Would you change that?
I would have done Future, Quavo, Yachty, probably.
That's okay. What you do. Yeah. Gang.
It's pretty solid choice. Pretty solid. I got another one for you. Let's do. Okay. This is R&B groups. Okay. Actually, not necessarily. Actually, okay. There we go. Dru Hill, Jodeci, Jagged Edge.
Easy for me. Jodeci, of course, would start. I would say Jagged Edge would be bench and trade Dru Hill, and it's not because they're not good. It's just because I'd listened to them the least. I always thought I like Jagged Edge a lot more, and Dru Hill is just they're cool, but it was to me it felt like more. Now I'm saying it out loud, it sounds silly. There was some R&B, even when I was a big R&B head, that felt like girl music back in the day. So a lot of it I didn't. There's a bunch of stuff I didn't listen to. It just felt like too, when you're a single young kid or whatever. I didn't really fuck. But I fuck with Jodeci heavy, which technically is equally as girl music. I don't know why. That's a really stupid way to categorize it. But yeah, Dru Hill are dope still.
Do you not think Jagged Edge makes cooler music than Jodeci?
Oh,
it's cooler.
You know what?
I think it's cooler.
Jodeci is more.
Do you know?
Like that's they
not to say Jodeci is not. It's not to say it's not cool.
Different,
but like I don't know.
Do you know I disagree?
Jodeci.
I would disagree because Casey, it was they were psychos. Dalvin, I think, is a crackhead. Casey beat up Mary J. Blige. They're fucked. Like they're fucked. They're not like. Was it Devontae? One of them was a crackhead. Yeah, Casey literally beat up Mary J. Blige, and that's why she has great music because she made her sad. And no, these guys are fucking and they were the coolest dude because they were like the first thug R&B dudes. They were wearing leather and like mad cool. Jagged Edge were cool too, but like 10 years later, like Jodeci did it first, and I think arguably cooler. Jagged Edge has a larger catalog, but I think Jodeci had more slappers, impact for sure. But more like slappers in 3 albums that they did than Jagged Edge maybe did in however many they did. They must have done more than like 6 to 10 albums. They had some bangers. Trust, I fucking love like what's the Let's Get Married was probably their biggest hit, I guess.
Yeah,
but they had some other Where the Party At was sick. That was a great Nelly era, early 2000s like fun club song.
Party shit, yeah.
Love that shit. Jagged Edge were great, man. I had a bunch of their stuff, but I feel like Jodeci were just cooler to me, but maybe because we came up on Jodeci as younger, like I'm talking like I don't know 13 to 15 for me. Brad Notion would have been younger, but that would be the only reason. I think Jagged Edge are fucking great though.
Okay.
And Dru Hill it was to me. Dru Hill were more poppy. I think that when I said the girly shit, what I probably actually mean now I think of it was because they had Cisco, right? And their stuff was a little like they had the How Deep Is Your Love, which fucking I love that joint, In Your Bed and all these classic joints. But then they had more like they had a lot of slow songs which I didn't like, and they were just poppier. Like Cisco, as soon as he went solo, everything was straight pop, like Thong Song and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like for me, it just wasn't as cool because it was a little more mainstream.
I did listen to that album. And yeah, other than the hits, let me find it.
Drew Hill must have had a few albums. The big album,
Enter the
probably.
Drew.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was probably the big one, I imagine.
I used to Enter the Drew, and like, yeah, you're right. Other than like the big songs, the big singles, it was fine. It's too slow, man. Just too slow.
That was why I couldn't fuck with it. Yeah, and the only people I knew who liked that music were women. Like Tiff loves it. She's got all these Drew Hill songs she plays all the time, and I'm just like, ugh. Even now, I'm just like, it's kind of mid.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do you agree, Nosh, as well? Sorry.
Others, or?
I do, yeah. Of the order of things, yeah.
Yeah, please.
I agree.
If you have any others, let me know. I've got a few. I've got some more here.
Oh no, go. I just wanted to make sure because I did the talking for that, and Nosh didn't. I didn't let Nosh talk, so I wanted to make sure that he got to say.
We listened to the same like kind of shit, and I fucking agree. Jodeci's fucking.
I thought you would have. Yeah, Jodeci is some of the greatest music of all time.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, Daniel. Next one.
Okay. Okay. These 3 albums: Start, Bench, Trade, Channel Orange, Trap Soul, Beauty Behind the Madness.
Who's the last one?
The Weeknd.
Oh, that's definitely Trade. Anything after The Weeknd's first 3 projects, dash that.
This album?
Yeah, no, dash that, fam, dash that. No disrespect. It's straight pop. It's the same reason. I don't like pop music for the most part. Like, and Weeknd went pop, and when he first dropped, he was mysterious. The shit was dark and fucking druggy and fucked up. It was perfect. It was so cool. In like 2011, The Weeknd was the best. And then it just, good for him. He's made a fucking wicked career off it. So I'm happy for him. But like, yeah, not for me. And sorry, would you say it was Trap Soul from Bryson and
Channel Orange?
Oh, in that order. Channel Orange is definitely start. There's one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. And Trap Soul is probably not my favorite, but I like it a lot more than Weeknd. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, Nosh, at all?
Exactly, yeah. Trap Soul's dope. I still kind of like when that comes on, I'm happy to hear it again because it's not that often. But yeah, that's Frank, right? The Orange?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't heard Frank for a while either, but he's a fucking classic. When's he got some new shit coming out?
Never.
That's
he's D'Angelo.
Yeah.
He's D'Angelo, yeah.
I think he's just depressed. Perennially depressed.
Yeah.
Man just needs a fucking cuddle, innit?
Yeah, I guess so. And that also reminded me, so like, funny you just said that, Nosh, about you hadn't hear Bryson much. I heard it so much that whenever, like, even to this day, if Don't comes on, I want to skip
Trap
it.
Soul is one of the most overplayed albums of all time. I don't know how you wouldn't have heard that.
You know, I think, Tiff plays it a lot as well, and I feel like it depends on the. I always feel like that. I don't want to keep saying it. I feel like it's ridiculous. I always feel like women play this shit more, and I feel like because Tiff's around, I play more R&B. If I'm like, I would play more rap if I was alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm like, she doesn't really appreciate it, but I love the R&B just as much. I'm like, cool, I'll listen to that. So whenever I'm around her, we always listen to R&B like 90% of the time. So I hear it more, and I feel like, Dan, if you're saying that, it's also just around more. Maybe, was it in like bars and clubs and stuff? Is that why you're saying that? Or you like
Don't was especially in clubs.
Really, eh? I guess remixes?
It's just, I guess it gets to the part where, it pauses and everyone has to time it so they can say don't.
Oh, it's like I smoke weed every day where everyone fucks it up.
Oh, fuck that.
That shit's tough.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah. Exactly the same thing.
I love it. It's beautiful. You got more?
Yeah, I got more for you.
Yeah, right now.
Let's see. These are feature artists, okay?
Okay. Like, who is the best as a feature artist?
Yeah. Start, Bench, Trade.
Okay.
Ty Dolla $ign, Jamie Foxx, and James Blake.
Ooh.
I would say in that order. No, but switch. Okay. No, you go first. I keep hugging it.
Trade, Blake. Who are the other two again? Sorry.
Jamie Foxx and Ty Dolla $ign.
Jesus. Both talented cunts. I guess we could bench Jamie because he doesn't have enough music. Tie up.
But the music he does have is excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
I
don't know. Off the top, that's where I'm going, but probably swap them around.
I like that. I would swap. I keep Ty start because I feel like he's just the fucking one of the best feature artists.
I don't think there is a better feature artist. I don't think there is.
Not in this day and age.
I didn't start. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep it then.
And then I would probably put James Blake second. I'm a big fan, and Jamie Foxx is great, but not. I think James Blake obviously has been around. I discovered him in 2011, I think.
Oh wow!
When I first moved here, with alongside Jamie Woon and Ellie Goulding all at the same time. It was like the best of the BBC for 2010 or 2011. So maybe it was best of. Oh, it was like the artists that were picked to blow up in 2011 from the BBC. That my old boss put. I think I talked either to you about it in person or on the pod one time.
You told us about this.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, from that. So I've been following him from the beginning, and he's the reason we missed out on fucking seeing Jamie Woon in 2011 South by Southwest, because we went to his show and we should have gone to Jamie Woon, but I was like, there's more, and then we didn't get to see him, and now we'll never see him.
Nice.
So my fault, not James Blake's fault, but I'll forever hold it against him. Sorry, buddy.
Wow.
Sorry.
Nice. Here's another one for you. Boys to Men, Bell Biv DeVoe, Blackstreet.
Huh, that's a good one.
All right, we're starting with Boys to Men.
Okay, interesting.
You do yours.
We are unfortunately going to have to trade BBD.
Really?
We're going to bench Blackstreet.
Very interesting.
That's difficult. I hated that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I hated that. That's awesome.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Well, because, when you really love them all, it's like, oh, what do you do, man? It's like choosing kids almost.
I
don't really know what that's like, but that's the only example I could think up with really quickly.
I'd probably have to agree.
Yeah? Nice.
So we're trading BBD.
It's just like, if you think...
Unfortunately,
I only owned albums from Boys to Men. I never owned shit from the other two. So they're singles based to me, whereas Boys to Men was their only one that had albums. So for me, it could kind of go either way. Like Bell Biv DeVoe had like two. What was it? Poison. What was the other joint? There's another joint that was massive that is escaping me right now. But Blackstreet had a number of joints. I could only really mention No Diggity. I can't even think of other ones. They did have other joints, but then what's the cunt's name that we used to like? Dave Hollister. He was in Blackstreet. They had a few different lines. He went solo, and his solo album was fucking really like. It was like gangsta R&B shit. He was funny.
Yeah. It was ridiculously good.
That was a great album. So like, that would probably be the one thing that would put it over the edge for me.
Yeah, you should listen to Dave Hollister. You should absolutely listen to that album.
It's called Ghetto Hymns.
Ghetto Hymns.
Yeah.
Ghetto Hymns. That's the one.
Let me check this.
I'm gonna see the cover now.
Yeah, I think you'd really like it. Like, it's like late 90s, I think, and it was just cool. Yeah, Blackstreet were interesting because I think it was Teddy Riley's. Was he in the group, or was he? I can't remember.
I think he was in the group, wasn't he?
I think he might have been in the group, and like they changed lineups, like I was saying, like because I think Dave left or whatever the fuck. But they had, they had definitely a massive following. Like people were really fucked with them, which was cool. It was just more like sometimes you miss the boat. I feel like if I caught it and I liked more than one song, or I went and bought the album. Like back then, it wasn't that easy to just stream. Like obviously, I had to go and buy it. So if I didn't like it enough to buy it, I missed the boat, and that happened a bunch.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Would you not put it that way? I guess you would put Bell Biv DeVoe up higher.
Nah, Boyz II Men probably number one. But then, I don't know enough of Blackstreet's discography.
It's fair.
I think BBD is probably number one.
Sorry, number
two.
Two there. That's fair.
Boyz II Men number one. That's all I'd say. That's what I'd say.
Okay, I respect it.
Let me see.
Okay.
We'll run this one more, and then we'll wrap it up. We're at 138.
All right, I got one about ad-libs.
Okay.
Ad-libs. Okay, who has the best ad-libs? Okay.
Sick.
Migos, Travis Scott,
21,
or Drake.
Ooh, you didn't put 21. Travis Scott, or Drake.
Migos are the best because they're the funniest and they coin the most.
I would say in that order. Yeah, I agree with that. They did. Yeah. They were the. Okay, is it fair to say that they started the funny ad lib thing, that the skirt and all that stuff?
They were one of the first people.
I think so. I think so.
To bring it to the masses, I think so.
Okay.
Well, who else done it?
And do it in the way they did it. I know I saw a reel on Instagram and somebody was talking about that and they gave mad examples.
Oh, okay.
Michael Jackson. That's what they were saying.
Oh, okay.
I saw an engineer reel and this guy was like, "Oh, listen to he had the stems for
the acapella and stuff."
Yeah, the stems of the whole song and listened to it solo, and he's just got so many of them. There's unbelievable layers. The dude is a fucking genius and a beast. But yeah, Michael Jackson apparently is the one who had that kind of stuff, and then obviously Migos did it in their style. But apparently, the first cunt to do that was Michael Jackson.
Sounds about right. I always feel like ad-libs, the other one that was kind of funny were probably like Dipset back in the day, maybe. I think they kind of had some good ones because they had some...
Cameron.
Yeah, they were just a bit ridiculous. But as far as ad-libs as we know today, I think, yes, it's completely fair to say Migos. I just can't think of anyone else. The only other person I think of when I think of ad-libs would be 21 Savage, but he's got like 2 that he does, maybe 3.
What if we replaced Drake with West Side Gun?
You know what? I'd probably reluctantly put Travis Scott then in trade, because Travis really has 2, right? It's lit straight up, doesn't really do many others, so his range is smaller. West Side Gun's range is also small because it's boo 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 boo, but the boo boo is so funny that, and I feel like it's iconic shit. Like it's so ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
Works too well.
He does the skirt thing. He does the skirt, but really exaggerated. Like how he does the
long skid.
The long skid. He's drifting. He's
drifting. Man's just drifting. I like that. That's a good swap. I like that. I love it. All right, that's it. We rapping?
That's it.
We're
wrapping it up.
Good shit, cunts.
We're done.
We know the drill. Let's turn the sound effect down here so then I can play this. So that was episode 157, you mad dogs.
Mad dogs.
I don't know what else to say, but I'm going to play this, and then Dan, you can tell them where can we find you online, you fucking...
Depends on where you want to go. If you want gaming shit, go to HFGXMANG. If you want a football thing, start a new channel, new thing, Ball Nolly Sports, follow that. And that's me.
Boom.
Get a dog up, yeah. At Notion Baby on everything for music. At Notion MTB on YouTube and Instagram for mountain bikes. See Feezy.
CWFOR, Instagram, Twitter. At The Movement Fam everywhere. Bad Habits Pod on Instagram. And we'll see you legends next time. Don't forget to check out Spotify with the videos. Get a dogs up, yeah.